Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm Desi from Indonesia. So today I'm going to share you the result of my dissertation research. This is actually a part of my dissertation research, and the title is about student perceptual thinking outcomes in learning the question rule using Desmos classroom activity based on the three worlds of mathematics. Okay, so this presentation will be divided into several parts. First, I will explain about the introduction, followed by literature, and then method, result, and discussion. And the last one is about the conclusion of the research. All right, so this is the introduction part. So as you know that the derivative is actually part of the fundamental topic in calculus that sometimes quite struggle for the student, especially for engineering student. And according to the previous research, uh, in this introduction, there are Orton, Asciala, Wiener, Orhon, and Ubus. They found that students have trouble understanding that the derivative is the rate of change, and the slope of a tangent line is a graphical representation of the derivative. And according to the current research from Zarit et al. In 2018, they found that some students in their study have also problem learning about the question rules. So they found that student errors and misconception it because lack of basic mathematical knowledge, and they did not use the previous learning, or in David Toll theories, this can be known as math before. And then the student only relied on memorization techniques. And okay, so why did we use the three world of mathematics framework? This is actually according to Professor David Toll. The framework give the sensible approach that can support student in learning the derivative of a function. And this framework propose to the educators to start the learning activity by giving the student an embodied approach. Yeah, what we call by embodied is actually related to the student perception. So it is suggested that the student should have interaction, especially in here, physical representation of a function using the dynamic software. Okay, so what we means by a process in this study is actually according to Gray and Toll. They refer that this is a symbol representing a process and also a concept. So for example, when we say derivative, it means that it is dealing with the process of finding the derivative and also the concept of derivative itself. And then to put the ideas of this framework into action, Toll suggests the other researcher or educators to use a computer program to physically interact with on-screen object by pointing and then clicking, dragging, and also zooming the graph of the function which relate to the calculus. So in this research, we use the Desmos Classroom Activity, or we just say DCA. This DCA is actually a website-based dynamic program with a powerful graph feature, and also it is actually free of charge. So both the student and also lecturer can access this DCA for free. And the DC is also easy to use, intuitive, has a very powerful graph creation and also encouraging students to participate in mathematical learning, because the student can input their response in the real-time situation of teaching learning activities. Okay, and this DCA facilitates students to learn about the question rules based on the TWM framework. Of course, with a sensible approach according to the Toll theory. And what we mean by a sensible approach is based on natural continuity. So in this, in the learning activity, the student can pull the graph becomes very flat. So they will easily identify whether the function is continuous or there is discontinuity at that function. Okay, next is about the research question. We actually have two research questions. The first one is actually how the student how the student perceptual thinking outcomes in learning the question rule using the DCA based on the TWM framework. And then the second research question, can the learning activities using DCA based on this framework contribute to student perceptual thinking outcomes? And this is the literature. So according to Davidov, the student perceptual thinking outcomes is actually will be explained later on. But in here, I just want to inform that according to Toll, the derivative calculus, the concept that we discussed in our research is actually in the embodiment and symbolic world. And then David Toll mentioned that the embodied approach to derivative has the potential to offer a robust cognitive basis for the perceptual, symbolic, and axiomatic formal words. So this is the picture of how to implement the embodied approach to the calculus. So we can use the software. So in this case, we use the DCA to give the real experience for the student to sense the graph, to sense the tangent line. So they can drag the tangent line, and then they can zoom the tangent line. They can feel the changes of the slope over the whole domain of the function. All right. So next, so this is actually the spectrum of outcomes according to David Toll theory. The first level is actually pre-procedure. Yeah, when the student didn't give any solution, so we can consider that he or she in this level, and then go to the next level is actually the procedure where the student can give step-by-step solution for a routine problem. And then next level is process. Yeah, when we find that the student give the flexible solution with possible alternative, we can consider he or she in this level. And then the last one is the process level. So it will reflect that the student will be able to think about mathematics symbolically. So according to Toll and Mejia Ramos in 2004, the symbolic concept of a function and its derivatives belong to perceptual symbolism. And they also mentioned that a percept is a mental object consisting of a process to perform and a concept generated by that process. Okay. Last but not least, we still have perceptual thinking. Yeah. So Toll defined this as the ability to flexibly change symbol as a process or a concept and to switch between different symbolism for the same mathematics object. Okay, so this is about the research method. So we use the case study design. Yeah. Why? Because according to our research question, we are going to answer how question. And then so in order to answer the research question, which is about the student perceptual thinking outcomes, we adopt this case study design. And according to Steck in 1978, defines constructivism as the belief that knowledge consists mainly of social interpretation rather than awareness of external realities. So students respond during the learning activities using DCA reflect a constructivist epistemology. So this research is based on the interpretation of the researcher, because the researcher is actually the lecturer in the course and directly interact with the student. Okay, so this is the research participant. We involve 25 engineering students who enroll in Calculus 1 course in the fall semester of academic year 22-23. They also were a freshman, yeah. So they took this Calculus 1 in semester 1. Okay, so this is the research instrument. So the main research instrument is actually the Desmos classroom activities, which has been developed according to the TWM framework. And this activity has been validated by 3 experts, yeah, one from mathematics education, and also technology and education. And the DCA is treated as a generic organizer, which aiming to facilitate student making sense the concept of question rules. And then student during the teaching learning activities, student will directly give their response, yeah, not only verbally during the teaching learning, but they also input their response in the Desmos classroom activity. So that's why we can capture their response during the teaching learning activity, not only through the observation sheet, but also through the Desmos classroom activity. And after they completed the teaching learning session, they are going to have a test, yeah. So they will face one question they need to answer. This is the question: find equation of the tangent lines to the graph of fx equal to x plus 1 over x minus 1 that are parallel to the line to y plus x equal to 6. And the next question, they need to give the graphical representation of the function and also the tangent lines. Just for your information, in order for the student to be able to answer this question, they need to be able to understand how to perform the question rules to get the derivative of fx, and then beside that, they also have to understand how to use the or to apply the concept of the gradient of a line and also the gradient of two parallel lines. And then they also have to deal with algebraic operation to get the solution. I mean, to get the tangent point. Yeah. So after that, they can find the two tangent lines, which hopefully can be found through this question. And then, yeah, this is about the data analysis. So we use the interpretive theoretical approach, yeah, to give us a framework for comprehending student response while learning while learning the question rules using DCA based on the TWM framework. And then the approach is actually inductive, whereas the outcomes are descriptive, according to Merriam. And then the analysis of data begins with a review of student responses, which capture not only verbally through the observation sheet, but also capture through the Desmos classroom activity. And then after that, we will evaluate their response and for emerging trends and themes for each item. And the topics will be classified according to the included description. We actually refer to the 3 world of mathematics concept, and also the spectrum of perceptual thinking outcomes according to Toll theory. And for the validity of this case study research is achieved by integrating methodologies or data sources that provide a comprehensive picture of the examined issue according to Cohen. And we use the triangulation because the triangulation give us data collection strategy which employs two or more methodologies. Okay, so for the result and discussion, so to explain the answer for the first research question, in here, I'm going to give you a picture of how the teaching learning went at that time. So in initial activity, the lecturer through the DCA provoked students to identify the strategy for obtaining the derivative of this function. And then they responded that the derivative of gx is actually will be difficult to obtain by using the derivative rule of the function that they have learned previously. And then this is the sample of student response through Desmos classroom activity. And then after that, they were facilitated to think in the axiomatic formal world by proving the quotient rule, which is the derivative of f over g is actually the limit of fx plus delta x over g of x plus delta x minus fx over gx divided by delta x. And if you see from this screen, the right side of the screen showing you the response from one student, which has successfully proven the quotient rule. Okay, and then after that, they are thinking in the perceptual world, yeah, by applying the quotient rule that they have proven previously. So they apply the quotient rules to get the derivative of these two functions, and this is the response of the student when applying the quotient rules to get the derivative of the two functions. And then they continue thinking in the perceptual world by using the quotient rules to solve the problem which related to the tangent line to fx 3 minus 1 over x plus 5 at x equal to 2. This problem is actually quite complicated because the student need to understand how to apply the quotient rules, and besides that there are several concepts dealing with this problem. For example, they need to know how to get the slope of a line, and then they also have to generate the slope or the tangent line itself. So before doing that, they are being asked to do some kind of graphical exploration, so they can move the tangent line along the domain of the function such that the line is exactly tangent to the given function at x equal to 2. They also can magnify the function simultaneously. Yeah, this is what we call by embodying symbolism. And then the Desmos will give the visualization of the tangent line and also the numerical information related to the slope of the tangent line. And after that, the student need to solve the problem analytically. So they apply the quotient rule to get the derivative of f, and then they compute the tangent line, also compute the slope. After that, they input all the entities that they have found to the equation of the tangent line, and then they will find that the equation of tangent line is y equal to negative 3 over 196 times x plus 19 over 49. And then this is actually the sample of student screen. Yeah, so in the left side of the screen showing us this is the graphical exploration. Yeah, and then after that they try to answer the question analytically and they succeeded. And then after that, they were given a word problem. So the student explored the graph of the bacterial bacterial population function given by PT. And then after that, they will do again the graphical exploration to the PT and also the P prime T or the derivative of PT. And then they will directly know the value of P prime 2. P prime 2 is actually represent the instantaneous rate of change of PT at T equal to 2. So before they found the solution analytically, they can actually know the final answer by doing this graphical representation. And we see that according to NIST response in here, they have succeeded to find the solution to get the rate at which the population is growing when T equal to 2. And then for the second research question, can the learning activities using DCA based on this framework contribute to student conceptual thinking? This is actually the Venn diagram that depict the result of student conceptual thinking. So we know that 21 students or around 84%, they have successfully reached the conceptual level by solving the tangent line problem using the quotient rule. And then all successful students also made the graphical representation of the given tangent line problem. Most students, 88%, also success in drawing the graph of the function fx and the two lines that are tangent to the function, which are parallel to y plus x equal to 6. And we also found several interesting findings. So we still find that there are 4 students did not reach the conceptual level. However, they show mastery of some important concept. In Davidol we call it as math before. Maybe in the other field we call it as prior knowledge. And then 2 students were unsuccessful because they made careless error, and then the other 2 made procedural errors when solving the quadratic equation. And there is a tendency that when students fail to obtain the equation of the 2 tangent line, they will also fail to draw the 2 tangent lines. And there is one student who failed to reach the conceptual level, but this student was able to produce a graphical representation of the tangent line problem because he tried to create a graph of a second tangent line parallel to the first tangent line that he has found previously, and then he used the tangent point information to create the second tangent line. And this is the example of a student who successfully answered the 2 questions. And then this is the example of student who failed to answer the question. So the two students were actually did careless error. And then as you can see in the right side, this is the answer from Afel. And Afel, although he didn't found the second tangent line equation, but he did show that he can create the graph of the 2 tangent lines. Okay, and then this is the discussion for the research question. How is the description of student conceptual thinking outcomes in learning the question rules using DCA based on the TWM framework? So the following activities demonstrated how students use conceptual thinking while making sense of the question rules through the Desmos classroom activity. So first, they were identify the strategy for obtaining the derivative of gx, and then they encourage to think in the axiomatic formal world by proving the question rules, and then they think in the conceptual world by applying the question rules. They did the graphical exploration by moving the tangent line along the domain of the function such that the tangent line exactly tangent to that function. And then they also magnifying the function and also the tangent line. This is what we call by embodying symbolism. And then they gain visualization of the tangent line and get the value of the slope of the tangent line automatically through DCA. And then after that, they were think in the perceptual world by using the question rules to solve the problem of the tangent line. So according to Toll, the development of numerical and symbolic representation involve an intriguing sort of cognitive growth. DCA based on TW framework provides a recurrent cycle of activity in which a process such as determining the slope of the tangent line to the graph of f(x) is transformed into the concept of the derivative of a function. So these visual ideas for conceptual insight, also numerical computation, and also symbolic manipulation, all of these things can be delivered through the small classroom activity. So DCA has facilitated students to construct procedures that represent the derivative. And then for the second research question, can the learning activities using DCA based on TWM framework contribute to student conceptual thinking outcomes? Yeah, this study has shown that this DCA can be used as a generic organizer, which can build student conceptual meaning about the question rules, as well as their conceptual thinking and graphical representation. The result of this study confirms that DCA based on the TWM as a generic co-organizer can contribute to student conceptual thinking outcomes. So we know that many students, around 84%, succeeded in performing conceptual thinking when solving the question rules problem. Also, we found that 88% had no limitation in the graphical representation of the given problem. So this finding is actually consistent with the report from Toll, yeah, which also discovered that student capacity to sketch gradient of supplied graphs considerably increased, and their conceptualization were extended while learning through a computer program. So this is the conclusion of this research. So since the beginning of the learning process, DCA based on this framework has enabled students to verify the question rule. They also exposed to prove the rule and then do several recurrent cycle of learning activities, yeah, that expose them to think not only in axiomatic formal, but also starting from embodied world and also the perceptual world. And then most students in this study solve the question rules problem at the concept level. Most students, about 88%, had no limitation in the graphical representation. So this study concluded that the DCA based on the TWM framework could be used as a generic organizer to build student conceptual thinking, especially when learning the question rules. And this is the recommendation. So since this case study involved only 25 students, as the research respondents. So we suggest for further research, we can increase the sample size for the possibility of reaching the generalization. And then using DCA as a generic organizer has the potential to be developed and investigated for other calculus topic, yeah, such as the chain rule, limits, and integral. So the extent to which the use of DCA as generic organization based on this framework can facilitate students in making sense the perception of various calculus topic. A gradual exploration in the perceptual world and also being able to understand this topic symbolically can be further studied holistically. Thank you.
Thank you, speaker, to the very interesting talk. Do you have any questions, please?